Okay, on Monday, we already learned about this object-oriented. There's one example from the book about the credit card class. And we know that this credit card class has 5 data members: customer, bank, account, balance, and limit. And there are 7 methods: get customer, get bank, get account, get balance, get limit, charge, and make payment. And you can see if there is nothing inside the bracket, means this is a method without parameter, no argument. And there is a variable here, amount, price. Then this is a method with argument. Okay. So if you see from the class, this is the class name, and then you can see the explanation. So this is the constructor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are 4 variables we want to create, and this is to construct the object. So when you create this init, please remember you need to write double underscore, okay? Underbar, underbar. So you can see here there are 2. There are 2. There's underbar, underbar, init, underbar, underbar. Okay, please do not forget this one. And those information will be in the first statement to construct the object, but the initial balance is 0. So we have the variable customers. It will be from the customer information. Bank, it will be from the bank information. Count, where it will be from ACNT information, and then limit, it will be from the limit information. For balance, it will start from 0. Now, the other methods you can see it is only to get. So I want to get the customer name. I want to get the bank name. I want to get the account name. I want to get the limit, and I want to get the balance. And the last one, there are 2 methods. The first method is charts. The method charts, we want to put the price. So as I mentioned last time, the price should be checked with the balance. If the price plus the balance is higher than the limit, then false. So it means we cannot accept the transaction. So for example, in the there's undo. So if you have the limit, let's say Manon. So the limit is Manon, and now you already spent for Manon. And the current price of your product is, let's say, Manon. Okay, then we need to check. If I already have my current balance as much as Manon, and I want to buy something, I want to buy a new product, Manon, then it means I need to do the summation. If those 2 is higher than the limit, stop. If it is not higher than the limit, then okay, I can put the balance plus by the price. Then the new balance will be money. And okay, now I have the new balance. And then at later I will check if I want to buy something. For example, I have another product, Sigmanon. If I want to buy Sigmanon, is it still possible with the limit of Sigmanon? Yes. Then I can buy again and then I will put it into the balance. Now the limit will be Sashib Omano. Now I want to buy another product. Is it Manon? Is it possible? Now it is not possible because the limit is only possible. Okay, so that's the meaning by this limit. And then the make payment. The make payment means I want to reduce the balance. So I have the credit. Let's say now my balance is 34 month. Then it means I need to pay this one at the end of the month. I need to pay this balance so that the balance will become zero. So I can use the credit card next month. So this is the meaning by the make payment. So let's see. I give you the credit card QR. So this is from the book that I recommend about the data structure and algorithm. I think I will copy and paste. So now, so you see the code is on the PowerPoint is same. We have the class credit card, and then we have the constructor, and then we have the information about the data member, and then we have the method, as I mentioned to you. Now, you can see we have main method. So main method, it is to execute the class. So I can just call the credit card .py without like this one, but let me just explain with this Jupyter Lab for easy explanation. At first, I would like to make a empty list. This is empty list. If you already learned Python, this is a list. Okay. And then I would like to append. Append means I want to add a new data. So I have a new data. The new data is a new object. Credit card. Credit card is the class. Class credit card. Now you can see there are 4 data members. What are the data members? Customer, bank, account, limit. So I want to make a new object, and the information is Joe Bowman with his name. California city, it means the bank name. Account, it means the account number or maybe the credit card number, and limit. Okay, this is the first object. And then what about the second object? I would like to append. So I want to add a new object, which is another credit card. The name is the same, Joe Bowman. The bank is different. It is California Federal. And then this is the name, the credit card number, and this is the limit. This is another credit card with the same name, John Bowman, and the bank is different, California Finance, and the credit card number is different, and the limit is higher. It's different. So it means this person, Joe Bowman, he has 3 credit cards. Now, for just experiment, yeah, it is only to make the transaction. So it is only for the transaction. I think you already learned about for. What is for? We want to do the repetition. Look, now we have wallet zero. So wallet zero, as you know, we have three credit cards. Then the wallet zero, it refers to the first object, which is the first credit card. The wallet one, it refers to the second credit card. The wallet two refers to the third credit card. Okay. Now this is just a simulation. Suppose the credit card number one, I think the person use with a certain value. So this value is from any number generated from 1 until 17. So this second credit card is another card, and the charge is 2 multiplied by the value. So it is 2 times from the generated number. And the third credit card, we want to charge 3 multiplied by the value. So value is also another generated numbers. So what does it mean by charge? Charge. This is the charge. So the one that we learned before, whenever there is a transaction, it will be added, added, added. And then it will be checked with the limit, whether the transaction is more than the limit or not. If it is accumulated, then we can see later on at the end, we want to print the information. The information, the customer, let's say the credit card C. So C means that is a number. C in range 3. You still remember in the for loop? Range C, it means I want to make any number to C from 0 and then 1 and then 2. So it means I have the wallet 0. The wallet 0 means the first credit card. The wallet 1 means the second credit card. The wallet 2 is the third credit card. So this one, wallet 0, wallet 1, and wallet 2. Then if I print this one, then the wallet 0 means the first credit card, and I can get the customer name. The first credit card, I can get the bank name. The first credit card, I can get the account number. And then the first credit card, I can get the limit. And I can get the balance for the first credit card. And then check if the balance is higher than 100, because I think this person is good, he wants to pay. If the balance is higher than 100, just make payment. So he doesn't want to pay the credit late. Then he will make the payment. Let's make the payment 100 and check the balance. Okay. So if I run this code, then we will see the first credit card. Okay, so this is the first credit card because we make the print. The first credit card customer name is John Bowman. The bank is Universal Saving, and then the account is this number. The limit is 2,500. Okay, so this is the same with this one. The limit is 2,500 for the first credit card. And then the balance now is 136. Because the balance is higher than 100, then let's make the payment 100. then the new balance is 36. The second credit card, John Common, California Federal, is account number, and the limit is 3,500. You check this one. Okay, the limit is 3,500. Now let's check the transaction because of the simulation data. Now the balance is 272. According to the condition, if the balance is higher than 100, then let's make the payment 100. 100, we want to pay the 100 to this balance, then the remaining is 172. But the balance is still higher than 100. Then we pay again another 100. So now the new balance is 72. This is the third credit card. This is also the same. So we can see if the balance is higher than 100, pay 100. Okay. Because it is still higher than 100, then we pay again 100. Because this is still higher than 100, we pay again 100. Then the new balance becomes 8. So this is the meaning with the code that I give to you for the credit card. So what does it mean by min? Min function. So this, it will execute all of the code found in the file. So we call this is the min method. And we call this is a special variable. So it is underbar name underbar equal double quote underbar min underbar quote and then comma. So why do we need to have this one? So this is a special variable when your code is imported by another. Means if you import the code and then you want to run in different environment. Or when your code is the main program. So if it is the main program, then you need to provide this one. Or if you want to run in other code, then you can do like this. Okay, so that's about the credit card.py. Now we need to understand more about the object oriented because when we learn about the data structure and algorithms, most of the examples will be in the object oriented. So at least there are 3 things that you can learn about the object oriented design principles. The first is modularity. The second is abstraction. And the other is encapsulation. So we will check what are they. And I will skip the polymorphism. So if you want to learn more about polymorphism, yeah, please refer to another book or another literature. Modularity. What is modularity? Modularity is decomposing a program into modules to reduce complexity. So you can see if you are using your smartphone, then in your smartphone, there will be a lot of modules. For example, the modules for Wi-Fi. Then it is a function only related to Wi-Fi. And then if you want to know about another modules for the mobile data, so there will be a function only about the mobile data. If you want to check about your NFC, so there's also a specific module. So they do not put everything in one place. You make module. So this module is important. For example, I want to make a calculator And the calculator is to calculate the median. You know, median. In the statistics, we have median, 중간 gap. Okay. And the way to do this median calculation, there are some steps. The first step, second step, and so on. So the first step, if I have this kind of number, I need to sort the number. And then after I sort the number, then next I need to check whether the total number in the sequence is odd or even. If the number is odd, then the median will be the mid value. If the total number in the sequence is even, then the median is the mean of the two middlemost numbers. For example, we have this number 2.7, 3.5, 5.1, and 8.3. Then what is the median? The median is these two number. We will do the addition and then divide by 2. So the median is 4.3. What about this number? 7, 9, 12, 13, 16. Then the median will be this is the median. Okay. So if there are 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 numbers. Then what we will do is find the two middlemost number and then do the addition and divide by 2. If it is 5, okay, then we find the mid value directly. Now, how can we do the calculation manually? Then we can create a module. So first, we want to sort. Let's create module 1 for sorting. And then check odd or even. So we can create another module, module 2. And then after you check whether this is odd number or even number, then do the calculation. Make the module 3, which is the median calculation. Then let's do like this. I have an object, median calculator. So I can create an object. So init numbers. And then I have sub numbers. So this is a function to sort the numbers. And then this is a function to check whether the numbers is odd or even. So the length of those number, we know the length means we want to check how many elements. And we want to check the remaining values. So last time we already have the function with the module or remainder. 5, remainder 2, it is 1. So if 5 remainder 2 is 1, then it is not 0. If it is not 0, then it is odd number. 4 remainder 2 is 0, and it is even number. Okay. So we want to check whether it is odd or even. So we can say we want to make a module for this one. And then we have another module is to calculate the median. So the first, we will do the module 1, which is sort number. And then we want to check with the second module. If the number is odd, then we will do this formula. If the number is even, then we will do with this formula. Okay. So what does it mean by this one? N slash slash 2. You still remember? If you learn in the computer programming, I think you know this one. So let's see if I do with the, okay, let me just try with the simple click calculator. So 2 multiplied by 5, it is 10. Okay. And then 5 divided by 2, it is 2. Now 5 slash slash 2. What is it? It is 2. Okay. So if we do with this one, it means this is the real division. If we do with this one, then we want to get the integer division. So it will be going to the nearest integer. So let's see again. 10 dash 3. What is it? Is it 3 or 4? It's 3. Okay. What about 11 dash 3? 3 or 4? This is 3. So we will check the nearest integer to the lower, not the upper side. So this is the same. We want to go to the nearest integer, nearest lower integer. So let's just copy and paste this one. Now let's suppose I have numbers. So here 7, 3, 5, 1, 9, 2. Okay, so this is a list. And I want to check with this data, what is the median? Then I will make a new object, median calculator. And then the median calculator, it is the class name. And then I put numbers. So this numbers is the numbers that I already define the data with a list. Then I can see the median is 4. How we can get this 4? This is from the value here will be sorted. So 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 5, and then 7, and then 9. What is the total number of this data? Yeah, 6. Okay, so this is even number. Because it is even number, then the median will be 3 and 5. So it will be 3 plus 5 divided by 2. Then 8 divided by 2. Then the result will be 4. So if it is split number, then we will do this n divided by 2 with the integer division. So n is the number of the data. Because we have the number of data is 6 plus 2. The result is 3. But we will not do this one because 6 is even number. Because 6 is even number, then we will go to this one. 6 slash 2. It is 3 minus by 1. Minus by 1 means it is 2. So list you can see a list will start from 0. Okay. A list will start from 0. Then this, because we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then this is the data in the location 0. This is the data in the index 1. This is the data in index 2. This is the data in index 3. This is the data index 4. And then this is the data index 5. So the index 2 will be 3 and the index 3 will be 5. And that's slash 2 minus 1. It means the data in index 2 plus the numbers in the index and slash 2, which is the data in index 3. Then we will do the addition and then we divide with 2. So 3 plus 5 and divided by 2. So you can check if I want to change, let's say I delete 2. Okay. So if I remove 2, then if I run this, the median will be 5. So only the mid value. So this is the meaning by modularity. You can split every possible procedure into a separate function. The only type of object-oriented design that you need to know is abstraction. So in the abstraction, we focus on the essential features while ignoring the details. So there are some concepts. We call it the abstract method, abstract class, and interface. We will learn many things about abstract data type. So the abstract data type means abstraction is to distill a system to its fundamental parts. So applying the abstraction paradigm to the design of data structures give rise to abstract data types. So we will learn a lot about ADT. So an ADT is a model of a data structure that specifies the type of data stored. So you will check what are the data type with the ADT and also the operations, how the operation supported on them, and the types of parameters of the operations. An ADT specifies what its operation does, but not how it does. So this is something that we will learn more later. The collective set of behaviors supported by an ADT is public interface. Now we will check more. I think we will check more later about what is public interface. In the object oriented, there's also another concept, what we call as the inheritance. Inheritance, it is an abstraction using a base class. Inheritance, it is a mechanism for a modular and hierarchical organization. So this allows a new class to be defined based upon the existing class as the starting point. Later on, you will see base class or parent class or super class, which is referring to the existing class. And we can create any class, or we call it subclass or type class. which is the newly defined class. So there are two ways in which a subclass can differentiate itself from its superclass. A subclass may specialize an existing behavior by providing a new implementation that operates an existing method. A subclass may also extend its superclass by providing brand new methods. So let's see with this example. In Python, there is a kind of error handling. They call it exception. So exception, there will be a base. It means every of you know that when you type something error, then there will be error message. And if you do something wrong during the process, there will be error message. If you give the input value wrong, then it's also giving you error message. So there are many kinds of error messages. So the Python have the base, or they call it like boot. This is the default that you may have errors. But what are the errors? So the errors can be anything. For example, maybe you interrupt the code, or maybe there are some exit during the program running, or maybe there are some other exception. And then let's check what are the other exception. Then the other exception, for example, there are arithmetic errors. So you know, like any value divided by 0, it is error. Then it is belong to the arithmetic error. And in the arithmetic error, they have this is zero division error. This is the type of error. There can be another kind of error, for example, value error. The variable is negative, but you put number 0, 1, 2. Then this is error. It means this is the value error. Or there's another kind of error, lookup error. For example, the index error. We have the list, the data, we have only 3. But I want to access the data in the index 10. This is error. Then it belongs to index error. And so on. So every error, they have their own class. So this is what they call it as the inheritance. So when you have a base exception, then you can create another new error. You can create another new error. You can create another new error. As long as you have the base class. Now let's see with this example about student. In this example, if you still remember the class that we created before, student class. Okay. At the time, we have the student name, we have the student city, and then we have the source. And we have some functions, student name, student city, get student name, get student city, and get student score. And then we set the student score. Now, in our university, the student can be distinguished into Hakusen and then Hakonsen. The characteristics is a little bit different. When you are Hakusen, you need to take more than 100 credits. For the Hakonsen, you need to take only 27 credits. Then the data name, student city is same, but the characteristics is a little bit different. What is the difference? The maximum credit for the Algo is 30. So this is not available in the Algo. Then we can create a new subclass. We call this is subclass. Okay, so this is subclass. Okay. And we use the concept of inherit. Okay. Do you know the I'm not sure with the Korean word inherit. So you can check what is inherit. And this is the concept in the object oriented. We call it inheritance. So the graduate student will have the same properties with other students. The graduate student will have the name. The graduate student will have the city information. And the graduate student also have the score. But there are some different. For example, the different is the reading. Then I can make the class graduate student. If you see this one, the class name is graduate student. And I would like to put in the bracket student. It means this student refers to the class student. So every property is here, it will be in the graduate student. But this property only belong to the graduate student. So later on, we will do the constructor in it. We have the student name, we have the student city, which is the same with this one. We use super. Super means we want to access the super class. Super class is student. And we want to do the construction on the new object with the student name and students. And then the maximum credit is 30. Okay, let's see. So let me just copy and paste this one. Okay, so this is the class student, the one that we learned before. And I am going to put this one. So I have a new class. So this is a new class, graduate student, and it inherits to the student parent class. Now, I want to make a new graduate student. So let's say G1 is a graduate student. And then let's say the name is Bernard and the city is Yongin. So G1, I can do the get student name. The student name is Bernardo. Why? Because this is the student name. Even though in the graduate student, there is no get student name. But because we use super. Super? What is super? We want to access the super class. The super class is student. How do we know that the student is the super class? We define it. So the student name and the student city and everything is in this class. Let's say I want to G1 dot get student score. Then it will be 0. If G1 I want to set the student score into 80, then I want to get the score. Then it is 80. So all properties from the student is inherited into the graduate student. And then if I want to check G1 get the maximum credit, then I know that the maximum credit is 30. Why? Because there is a variable. The maximum credit is 30. Now let's suppose I have a student one, and then I have the let's say sold. Okay. Now I want to check S1. Can I check the maximum credit? There is no get maximum credit. So then can go to the super class, but the super class cannot access the subclass. Okay, that's the meaning by the inheritance. Okay. Oh, let's have a break. Okay, I will continue after the break.